So, welcome everybody. Um, Apologies for the slightly delayed start today. So I thought we'd do I thought we'd do a body scan. Um, and I have a poem to read, which Dorian kindly reminded me about. Um, so yeah, if you want to start off, just find a comfortable posture. Mhm. You can close your eyes if you prefer. Keep them open. And just opening out the awareness of the body. Get a sense of filling the whole space of the body with awareness. Just tuning in, how is the body doing right now? Might help just to settle into the practice, to notice any areas of tension or tightness. Scanning through the body. And if you notice any contraction, any holding anywhere, just allowing it to relax. Maybe noticing that pleasant quality of relaxation. You're able to let go of some tension. And if you need to, adjusting your posture, if you need to have a pillow or decide that you want to lie down or sit up, feel free to do that. And maybe just tuning into the sense of the breath in the body. Noticing wherever the breath shows up. Getting a sense of whole body breathing. Seeing maybe where you can notice the movement of the breath, where you wouldn't usually think about breath being. Maybe the back and the sides of the body. Noticing the shoulders slightly rising and falling with the breath. And the shoulders moving the arms. You may even be able to get a slight sense of the breath in the hands. Noticing the slight movement of the pelvic floor as you breathe in and out. And then just for fun, see if you can get some sense of the breath, even in your feet and your toes. Maybe you can't, which is completely fine. Just, just tuning in. Maybe you can feel something corresponds to the breathing, tingly sensation, just some sense of expansion and contraction. You don't need to worry too much about whether it's quote unquote real sensation or not, or it's imaginary. Just seeing what's there to notice. And tuning back in to that general overall sense of the body, noticing what's here right now, position of the body, noticing what sensations showing up. Noticing any emotional tones arising in the space of the body. Seeing if you can just hold all that, this open, allowing, spacious awareness. We love the movement and the seeming stillness, the breath in the body of the loved one sleeping, highest leaves in the silent wood, the great migration in the sky above, the waters of the earth, the blood in the body, first soft stir in the silence beneath a strident voice, the internal hands of our mind, always searching for touch, thoughts seeking other thoughts, seeking other minds, the great arrival of form to all our hidden beings. And this breath in this body, able just for a moment to give and to take, to ask and be told, to find and be found, to bless and be blessed, to hold and be held. We are all a sunlit moment, come from a long darkness. What moves us always comes from what is hidden. What seems to be said so suddenly has lived in the body for a long, long time. Our life like a breath then, a give and a take, a bridge, a central movement between singing a separate self and learning to be selfless. Apologies if the sound quality wasn't very good. I think that will have improved things. So just staying with that open awareness of the body. And beginning to scan through. So starting with the top of the head, crown of the head, keeping this spacious curiosity, just letting attention rest on that point. Notice what sensations are there to be noticed. And moving down into the forehead, the eyes, noticing maybe if there's any tension that's swept back in. And if there is, just allowing it to relax again. And noticing what sensations are arising here. Body might seem like a static thing when you're not paying close attention, but when you look at it, there's actually a lot of sensation always arising and passing away. Moving down into the face and the jaw. Maybe noticing the sensations of the breath in the nostrils. Noticing the sensitivity of the lips, lots of nerve endings there. Moving attention to the back of the head and the neck. Always doing this practice, seeing if you can let go of what you think it's like to have a body and coming into contact with the immediate experience, what's actually there. Down into the shoulders, often place for many people where tension is held. Maybe just imagining dropping that tension, letting it dissolve. Again, seeing if you can notice the rhythm of the breath in the shoulders. Moving down into the chest. Feeling the breath moving. Feeling the sensations of your clothes and the skin. Maybe even the heart beating. Moving down into the upper arms. Noticing temperature, pressure. There are feelings of softness or firmness. Down into the forearms and elbows. Noticing the points of contact with whatever your arms are resting on. Is that static feeling? Or is it subtly changing moment to moment? You might even notice that just the act of paying attention to the sensation actually changes it. Moving down into the hands, feeling the warmth of the hands, fine sensitivity. And if the mind starts to wander during this practice, just noting where it's got to, what it's been doing, celebrating that moment of clear mindfulness, and then just gently bringing your attention back. And don't need to beat yourself up for it. It's just the mind doing what it does. Well, magic moment is when you can notice that happening and choose what to do with your attention next. Now moving attention to the upper back. Quite a large area of the body, but fairly low in terms of sensitivity. Just seeing what is noticeable. Maybe even noticing that difference between the very fine sensitivity in the hands and the comparative vagueness in the back. Not trying to make experience different in any way, just noticing, even if there are very vague sensations or even no sensations at all in some place, you kind of just notice what it's like for there to be that absence, that blankness in that location. Moving down into the lower back. If you notice any discomfort or any pain during this practice, maybe if you can just maintain that same spacious presence of awareness, just allowing the sensations to come and go, softening resistance if you can. Holding unpleasant sensations with that same openness as any other kind of sensation. Moving attention to the belly, feeling a breath clearly here. Down into the hips, pelvis, feeling the points of contact with the surface beneath you, noticing what that's like. Down into the upper legs and the knees. Seeing if you can keep attention quite light, curious. Noticing what's the right amount of effort needed to hold this part of the body and attention. Not letting it go completely, also not pushing too hard, straining too much. Actually, you don't need to push with attention to make sensations arise. I'm already there, just noticing them, just being receptive to what's showing up. Moving down into the lower legs and the ankles. And if you can notice that movement, the seeming stillness, Noticing, is it actually the case that these sensations are the same moment to moment, or is it just your idea about sensations that's staying the same? Down into the feet, noticing what sensations, what experiences there to notice. Trying to look for a certain kind of experience, just seeing what's actually there. Then opening out again to include the whole body, a general wide angle view on what it feels like to have a body right now. Maybe noticing if there's any difference in the experience from when the practice started. Just keeping that openness, allowing whatever rises to arise. We love the movement and the seeming stillness, the breath in the body of the loved one sleeping, the highest leaves in the silent wood, the great migration in the sky above, the waters of the earth, blood in the body, first soft stir in the silence beneath the strident voice, the internal hands of our mind, always searching for touch, thoughts seeking other thoughts, seeking other minds, the great arrival of form to all our hidden themes. And this breath in this body, able just for a moment to give and to take, to ask and be told, to find and be found, to bless and be blessed, to hold and be held. We are all a sunlit moment come from a long darkness. What moves us always comes from what is hidden. What seems to be said so suddenly has lived in the body for a long, long time. Our life like a breath then, a give and a take, a bridge, central movement between singing a separate self and learning to be selfless. So, in your own time, beginning to bring that practice to a close. I went slightly over time, but we also started late, so I think that probably works out. I'm going to pretend that was intentional. All right, so, well, thanks for being here, everybody. And Vidyamala will be back next week. So I'll see you then, and hope you have a good week. Till next time.